Welcome to Programming Basics for AEC. My name is Luke Perkins. I'll tell you a little bit about myself on the this class is really centered for how to get some motivation for why you'd want to do that. And the first one is pretty simple, and that's increasing your efficiency. Anywhere where we can get a little bit more efficient in what we do, it turns into money. Time is money in our industry, and so making those workflows more efficient, automation, that's what we're after. There's a huge opportunity for innovation. In that, we'll get to our key learning objectives. So, like I mentioned earlier, we're going to look at the basic building blocks of object-oriented programming and some of those fundamentals. We're going to discuss various programming languages, and so here are some of the fundamental programming concepts that we're going to go over. And these are things that, I found that you really need to have a good understanding of if you want to take a piece of code and look at it and dissect it. These are some of the things that you really need to have a strong knowledge in. So functions. And I'm going to sit down because I'm going to be flipping back and forth a little bit from the slideshow. So what is a function? And basically a function is a commonly used routine. And this gets back to programmatic thinking and finding processes that are repetitive in your daily workflows and finding a place where you can implement programming. And I'll get into why you see an erosion control plan off to the right in just a second. But first, I think it's really important that as a civil engineer, I feel like, and so I sat down with some people to try to figure out a better way to do that. So if I unhide, this is a spreadsheet that we use to size an excavated storage area. And without getting into too much detail, you basically need a drainage area, and the size of that drainage area gives you a flow, and then you can try out some, so that's functions. So here, I've created two other classes down at the bottom. One is called the Strip, so we're looking at casinos on the Strip, and the other one is Fremont. And I haven't been out to Fremont yet, but I know that you can ride a zip line down Fremont. So that's something that's unique. Okay. So to get out of the code for a little bit and talk about stuff more generally, environments, modules, and packages. So we were just in a programming environment called idle, which just basically ships when you download Python that you're going to be working with. So some of the basics of software development. I think the biggest thing from my experience is, and the next thing that's really big that we found out is know what Autodesk is working on. A lot of times you'll identify something, a project. I don't think, yeah. Anybody else? All right, well, thank you guys.